First of all, how is everyone doing? Are all of you guys good? Yes, no, yes, no. Definitely, the markets have not been absolutely great, and I completely understand that the markets have not been great. In fact, if you look at the markets, they have been absolutely going down on a massive downturn rally. Because mainly, if you see, we were at an all-time high position. We were here, and then we kind of took a nice beating from the top, and now we are down 5% just on the index. Obviously, which is not very good, right? Obviously, which is not very good. And there is a lot of talk about your, what is that, Iran war escalating, and people are coming there and all of that. So that is also going on. But either which way, I think too many negatives are going on in the market right now. Very less positives, too many negatives in the market. And we also have the amazing budget coming in the next few days, so I don't know how that's going to play out. But it has been a very testing time for all of us, including me. Obviously, we have our markets that are not doing well. I'm fully invested from a very long period of time, continue to remain fully invested all the time. Our small case somehow is holding up. I think this is something we launched a few months ago. So this is somewhat holding up right now. We are currently at an alpha of 3-4% above the index. Index is falling. We somehow control the fall. That's also mainly because I put in a lot of what do you call that? I put in a lot of gold this time, 15% gold, reduced my small cap allocation, and increased the mid and large cap. So somehow we're making money by not falling. Again, the market is not good right now, and in a very weird way, I think this is a good sign, only because the market is not doing good. Our budget is coming very close, and hopefully we should get a surprise rally or a relief rally in the market, in the budget as well, right? So that is what we're looking for. But again, let's quickly look at everything else, look at all the factors that are going on today. We'll look at a little bit of commodities also. We'll understand what's going on. Seeing my PF fall 2% daily, yeah, that's because I think most of your PF, or most of our PF, is in the small cap space. We have not churned our PF to large cap or mid cap. That is why it's falling, right? I changed it to gold. I mean, on the small case, we changed it to gold. We put a little more large cap and mid cap. So we are trying to reduce the fall as much as possible, because yeah, it is falling. I mean, 90-95% of the stocks in the day are falling, right? So you can't do anything about it. But I think you should just hold and just wait, and don't panic too much, right? So looking at Nifty 50, we have broken 200-day moving average. Doesn't seem good. I thought we had a pullback, but it was a dead cat bounce. But hopefully today, there was some news coming on Twitter that uh, the India trade deal mostly is going to be done, not done, but at least there is some progress on that, and we can go back to 25% tariff instead of the huge tariff we have, right? So that is one at least good sign, but I don't know, it's not enough for it. Now, also think about it, right? If you are an FII or you are a foreign investor, why would you invest in India today? Think about it. By the way, dollar index, which is the US dollar, again fell down. Yes. So last year, I don't know how many of you will remember this, but every country except for Turkey and one more country did better than India. In both, in the equity markets also they did better, and even in the currency market they did better. In fact, dollar has been losing their momentum. If you see this, dollar has been losing a lot, right? See this? It's fallen from almost 110 to 97. But only problem is, in that same time, if you look at our beautiful INR, we are also falling with the dollar, right? Which is not a good sign, because if the dollar falls, we should be kind of not falling that much. We should be okay. We have gone past 91.68, which is definitely not a good sign. And this is also not a good sign because the FIIs, which is the foreign institutional investors, will not come into the market at this point if this is like this. And a lot of people are talking about tax cut. A lot of people are talking about LTCG, STCG. See, again, if you do LTCG, STCG, STT also, it is still not a great bullish sign for our economy to go up. In fact, I don't know how many of you all read the budget documents of last year and how many are tracking it. But this time, the Indian government has not achieved the target of revenue that they were supposed to do. So the fiscal deficit is going to be increasing as well. So people are not expecting some crazy amount of budget or crazy budget to, do some stuff as well. So that is what it is. And if you look at gold, gold is just, just on its rally. Now you see the difference between the gold, actual gold chart. This is not the ETFs that you guys play around. This is the actual gold chart, and the actual gold chart is doing really well. But if you look at the ETFs, ETFs are like this, right? Because in India, the ETFs are slightly manipulated a lot because the liquidity is not there, and that is why it looks like this. In fact, it's very easy to just track it by just putting gold on top of it. um, if you just put gold on top of it and you change this also to a line chart, and let's remove all the EMAs over here, you will see the difference, right? So this is where the difference comes into the picture. Let me remove all of this. Yeah, so look at the gold bees and look at the actual gold. So actual gold is the one in blue and gold bees is the one in purple. And that is where the difference are coming with respect to gold bees in India, which is at a premium because of low liquidity. And the liquidity comes in, goes out, and the premium comes in, goes out as well. But the actual gold prices are not moving the same way the ETFs are moving. And that is a problem. And that is exactly what happened. Whether it is gold or even if it's silver, you look at silver as well. Silver, sorry, not silver futures, let's look at normal silver. So even silver has been going up, but if you put that on the silver ETF right now, take any Tata silver ETF, take anything, let's take this only. See, same problems everywhere, right? Same problems everywhere. So the purple one is the actual silver price and the blue one is that whole ETF. So many people who are buying on the ETFs without having any idea what they're buying. Most of you guys don't even know what you're buying when you're buying gold bees or you're buying ETFs. You're just buying it. You don't even know what is the real price of silver versus what is the actual price of this ETF. And whether you're investing at the right time or whether you're not investing at the right time, even you don't know. And then usually what happens when things like this happens, it becomes a massive problem. If you want, I'll give you a very quick hack on trying to understand whether the ETF is fairly valued or it is overvalued. Do you want that hack? So basically, whatever you're investing in, whether it's Nippon India bees or whatever bees it is, whether it is silver ETF or whether it is gold ETF, just go to the NSE website. Okay, just go to the NSE website over here and look at the indicative NAV. I think that is something that's very important. So look at the INAV. You can see INAV over here, 127.52. Keep this as your benchmark, right? Anything above this, you're overpaying for the actual price. So just look at the INAV. I think INAV would be better for you guys to play around, or else you will not be in a good position and you will buy at premium. If you look at the INAV, you would avoid buying at premium and losing money on gold, on something as simple as gold, right? Now, it's not just gold. I'm also checking. Okay, I'll show you some other interesting things. If you look at uranium right now, uranium is also going up quite drastically. Let me remove all these things. Let me go back to the old chart. Yeah, but this is the chart of uranium. We are tracking it, but this is how it is going up. I mean, obviously, there's no entry over here because it's just flying high as you can see it. But uranium is also going up a lot. Look at this, which is again not a good sign that everything is going up like this. Obviously, there's no entry point here because the stock price is just going up, 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 and up. So we want it to kind of come down. You can see the chart now, right? I'm assuming you can see the chart now. Yeah. So you basically want it to come down a little bit. 1 second. Give me a sec. You guys can see it now. Is it fine? Is it off the NSE screen or is it lagging again? Yeah, I think you guys can see it now. Yeah. So as you can see now, it is just the uranium price is actually going up a lot and it is just flying sky high. And this is something that's also going really, really high. How do you find these? So we are looking at a lot of different investment theories. So I invest a lot in US also. And when I invest in US, I look at some US companies, US stocks, not just US. I will also show you some other interesting things if you want to. So what I would usually play is I don't like playing a single commodity. I feel playing single commodity in today's market is very risky. So I've not bought these companies. So I'm just showing you some things that I've not bought yet, but I'm waiting to buy them. So there is something called PIC. You should check out PICK. So PICK is basically the Global Metals and Mining Producers ETF. This is again not in India. This is absolutely in USA. And this covers all your metals, like most of the metals. And if metal as a rally goes up, iShares pick is usually something that also goes up a lot, right? So this is something that I'm really tracking very well. I am also tracking a very interesting country. If you look at this, I'm waiting for it to come down. I'm tracking the South Korean index because the South Korean index is doing absolutely wonderful. And most of this index or this ETF index has weightage into just two companies. One is Samsung and one is SK Hynix. Again, they're going up because there is a demand supply gap right now with the HBM, which is high bandwidth memory. So that is why this country is also going up. But leave this country. I have a watch list of global countries, and I keep tracking all the other countries. This is Poland. Okay, just look at this. You will see everyone is doing well. Okay, this is Poland. This is Brazil. This is Greece. This is Taiwan, again doing well. This is Turkey, going up some 12 days in a row. This is Vietnam is doing also very good. This is Germany at an all-time high. Germany is actually looking very good. The DAX is also looking very good. Malaysia is on a upward rally. Can you believe it is so sad? Obviously, India is decoupled completely from the economy. European ETF. So this takes into more European countries, not just Germany and all of that, but the entire. This is Sweden, right? South Korea, as you know, Hong Kong, everyone, Japan. Even though Japan is going through such a big problem, they're absolutely fine. Colombia is doing really well. United Kingdom is absolutely looking wonderful, honestly. So the problem is that, yeah, even Spain did well. Absolutely correct. I think I have Spain somewhere here. This is UAE Nasdaq. This is Eurozone. This is Qatar. Okay. Denmark, oof, all-time high breakout coming soon. New Zealand, Japan. So that's what I'm saying. So most of the countries are doing well. India's got completely decoupled from the entire ecosystem. India is, but that's a good thing also, because see, at one point India was going up, the world was going down. Now India is going down, the world is going up, right? And it is a good thing because eventually every cycle turns, every market changes, and eventually it will again come to a point where India will start becoming very positive and the rest of the world will start looking very negative. Hopefully that time comes soon, because right now India is looking negative and we have been trying to break that all-time high for so long. Actually, we were very close this time to break the all-time high. So that is one reason why it is not. Second, again, why would an FII? The only thing I keep asking questions is, why would someone want to invest in India? Always flip the switch. You keep saying India is going down, India is not going up. I would actually flip the switch and say, why is it not going up? So one problem I already showed you is this: any foreign investor who wants to come into the country needs either a flat rupee or a appreciating rupee, not a depreciating rupee. If rupee is going down, then he would not come here. He would go to a country that's becoming stronger. Do you know which currency is becoming stronger? It is absolutely and only one and only euro. Look at euro. This is last 1 year price chart of euro. That is why you see all the European index today are doing much better, because euro inherently is becoming very stronger. Why? Because US is falling, India is also falling, and euro, which was 90 rupees at the start of the year for us, is now 107, right? So for all the people who like going for international trips, including me, to Europe, now it's become almost 10%, more than 10%, because 90 rupees at the start, 10% is just 99. So almost 15 to 17% gain in 1 year in that currency. And if you see USD to euro, right, you will see, leave INR completely out of the picture. This is how strong it is, right? The euro is so strong. In fact, now euro to INR, if you do, sorry, euro to INR, we already did. Euro to USD. For 1 euro, you get 1.18 USD. Earlier, USD was stronger than euro. Now euro is stronger, and euro is doing really well. And this is how euro is, right? It has really appreciated, and obviously this is because dollar has depreciated. So that is one, that why you are not, you keep asking the question, Shashank, why people are not coming to India. This is one reason. The second reason is, look at your big companies, right? Result season next year. And we saw TCS coming with their result. Look at TCS's quarterly result, right? In the last 8 quarters, TCS has given 4%, 3%, 5%, 7, 5, 5, 1, 2, and this quarter was 4.87. Nothing great, honestly. Again, if you have 4% growth, why are you? Who's going to come? HDFC Bank, nothing great. Reliance had 1% EPS growth. Again, nothing great. So that is what I'm saying, right? So it is not looking very attractive to India. If I look at the RRG charts, where I see a lot of new sectors coming into strength, the RRG charts also are not showing a good sign. The only thing it is showing me is that IT is gaining some kind of momentum. Only it's showing me IT is gaining some kind of momentum. And even in IT, if I look at it, you will, I mean, it's not real momentum, because the stocks are not doing, I mean, fundamentally, they're not doing great, but it's only because, you know, they've been going down so much. Like if you look at a company like TCS, they have actually fallen down a lot. You look at HCL Tech, you see they are recovering a lot. So it is very decoupled. You can't actually say what's going on and what is not going on. And by the way, these are market cycles. I mean, somebody is asking, why are we in this market? because you are in this market, because you live here. It is a part of life. Last 2 years ago, nobody was complaining. We were actually flying high. Now we're in a market cycle where we're not flying high. Hota hai. Again, there will come a market cycle where everyone talks about India and India will do well, right? If you look at some other interesting information, look at this. The number of stocks percentage above 50-day moving average has now gone to 13% only, which is very good. Which is very good. That means we are almost bottoming out completely. We are almost at a very low point. Even if you look at the 200-day moving average, almost 21% of the stocks are above 200-day. Rest 80% of the stocks are below 200-day, which gives you a very good average investing average point, right? So it's very nice. It's actually not a bad thing. And 20-day also, most of the stocks are below 20-day itself. Very few stocks are actually doing well, or very few stocks are actually holding up, right? But let us look at, and then again, what happened is recently we saw, just few days ago, I think yes, yesterday ago, we saw Adani shares falling down a lot. Adani shares fell down. Why? Because there was this new US, again, there's a problem coming from the US. So that created again a new issue coming into the market. Some good things that we saw, at least they're not all negatives, there are some positives. When the whole world is betting on gold and silver, you bet on the house, right? So that a lot of people talk about that. Look at this result, MCX's result. So when the whole world was betting on silver and gold, obviously they trade on multi-commodity exchange. And when you see this, you see the growth of this. Then the whole world goes into a casino mode. This is what happens, or not whole world, but at least India. So 301 to 666, 121% sales growth. EBIT is 156, net profit is 151. EPS went up because the volume that they were actually playing on was insanely high, and that did really well. Novama also okay. Actually, this is very bad result. I expected better. Novama's result also is bad. Power sector is going on. So I've seen a few results of power sector. If you want, I can just quickly go through results. JSW Energy's result was amazing. BPCL is okay. I think Jyoti Structures, another small company, their result also is good. Cement is doing good, which is very contrary to actual belief, because people are not, I mean, the capex is not happening, but cement companies have done well. Vari, yes, Vari did very well, boss. Whoever was asking that question. Granules came out with a good result. IndusInd was very bad. IFL came out with a good result. It was in our Q basket, but then I think there was some IT notice that came to IFL, and then the stock fell down 13%. Right. Lotus Labs, very, very interesting result, but very divided on social media. A lot of people on Twitter are not happy with the result, but most of them are not able to understand the result. They're comparing it quarter on quarter when it's not supposed to be compared quarter on quarter. And usually the second half of Lotus Labs is always better. And that is basically what is happening. So I think most of the people on Lotus Labs who think the result is bad actually got it wrong on Twitter. It's actually a great result, honestly, right? And it's going to continue for maybe another 4 to 6 quarters. Urban Company came out with a good result, but their net loss widened a lot. This is a company I really like. I've not invested yet. It is in my buy list, but I'm waiting for it to like stabilize. It just came out with an IPO. I don't like buying companies that came out just in an IPO. So Urban Company, they recently had their Insta Help, which is their house help booking service, and they got a 61 crore loss on that business, and that is something that is looking. It'll take some time to actually recover. Shriram Fin gave a very good result. Paras Defense. Now coming to the budget, right? Because now budget is also coming next week, and it is going to be on Sunday. I'll be live during the budget day, so if you want to come and get some information about budget, I will myself be looking at Nirmala ma'am and looking at some companies at the same time. But see, the problem with the budget, I'll tell you. Definitely, I feel defense. They will have to talk about something in defense. They will talk a little bit about AI, or else if they don't talk about AI, then it'll look like we are very backward. They will talk a little bit about EMS, because they have done so many PLI schemes for the EMS industry, where your Dixon, Amber, all of Keynes, all of those guys come into it. But guys, all the people spamming Dixon, I don't get it. I mean, why were you investing in it in the first place? Right? You want to invest in companies that are sitting at 100p, and then you want to understand why it is falling 50%. The only reason why it fell so much is because you are investing at 200p, 178p, 127p, 126p. These things don't last in a market like this. Look at the market we're in. In this market, you have 100p. There is a 99% chance you will get hit very hard. So for all the people asking Dixon, this is just a very simple understanding of overvalued investing, right? Not in this market. In a bull market, you do whatever you want. Everything's fine. But when you see all the friends of Dixon, whether it's Amber, whether it's Keynes, whether it's Sirma, all of them have got hit, man. So I would not get into this. IT is flat. KPIT, Tata came out with a very bad result actually. Tata Technologies actually came out with a bad result. So that's what I'm saying. The results are also not encouraging. HDFC Bank result was also not great, so that was also not encouraging at all. Some PSU banks are doing really well, but again, it's a hit or miss. Half of them doing well, half of them not doing well. Coforge came out with a very good result. They're also doing the acquisition with Signity, so that is looking very interesting. But IT may, I think only Persistent and Coforge are the only two guys that are actually performing or getting year-on-year sales. Everyone else is really struggling. Ixigo, another company, very interesting platform play, but fell down 10%. And people were harassing them for guidance, and they said, we're not going to give any more guidance. Just watch it. Radico Khaitan, yes, alcohol will continue to do well. Alcohol does well, will continue to do well also. I would say it is overvalued, and anyway, the market's falling. But honestly, if I was in your position, I would start allocating a lot into the market, mainly because the market is falling right now. And this is also a massive opportunity for all of you guys to invest at such low rates. Because once we break all-time high, it'll start going up a lot. Transrail, I don't think fundamentally anything is wrong. I think it is just a market issue. I'll tell you why. Because if you look at all the EPC players, see, two, three things happened with all EPC companies, not just Transrail, all EPC companies, all solar companies, because that whole solar problem came in. We will reduce, the government said we will reduce the solar orders. We will, the transmission orders will go up. So that is a problem that I think Transrail is stuck in, and that is why the entire premium of this company went flying down. But if you see the result won't be bad, because other EPC players I'm looking at, their results are coming out well. I feel transmission will do well this year. If you ask me, between EPC players versus transmission players, the guys putting the wires will ideally do very well. I think that is what I am looking at, right? So that is what it is. Let me just check other stuff. Let me check the results also. IFL Finance, as I said, the result came out very well, but they got a very beautiful taxes, and you can see it with the stock price. The stock price fell down, and they came out with the clarification also saying that, you know what, the stock price fell down because of the tax notice, and it's not a big notice. It's very standard. It's very common, but market doesn't like uncertainties, and because of that not liking uncertainties, it actually fell down. APL Apollo Tubes gave a very good result. This was a good result, honestly, from the bottom sector. Tips gave a good result. CAMS, wealth management is not doing well suddenly. Anantraj, data center company, X-Star portfolio did very well. Oracle did well. Vari obviously gave a very good result, but the whole sector is so muted that it is not looking very interesting. In fact, there is a very big event. I don't know how many of you all are from Goa. But there is an event in Goa this Monday, no, this Tuesday, Wednesday. There is this massive green energy event in Goa. I don't know what it's called, but I just registered for it. So I'm actually going for that. I'm going to go and check all these new green energy companies that are coming in. I'll go ask the management what's going on, why everything is falling down. So I'm very excited to go to Goa and meet all of that. KEI is doing very well. UTI, AMC. So AMC, ICICI Prudential, HDFC AMC did phenomenally well. I think both of those companies, you should give some credit that even in such a bad market, they did well. Tangamalai was one very big anomaly. Very, very, very weird company. But most of the other themes actually got hit. For example, your see, most of the themes that were a theme 3 months ago, please understand, themes are changing very fast in today's market. Have you noticed? We had the auto theme changed, and a lot of loss is coming. The problem is themes will take time to play out. Nothing plays out in half an hour or 1 hour, right? But the problem is the stocks are getting battered. Even if you look at that, there's a theme called PEB, right? Pre-engineered buildings. Nothing's wrong with the companies, Penar, Interaj, nothing's wrong with them. But the companies are getting hit drastically because the market sentiments right now are becoming very, very, very weak, right? Even for us, it's getting very difficult because not just, we have Smallcase, we have a Telegram group for swing trading, right? We're definitely doing US market and we're making good money there, but it becomes very difficult to sustainably make money in India because your rupee is also going down. Now, coming to like a few interesting points, let me just address a few interesting points for all of you guys. See, understand what's going on with the world, right? Dollar is not doing well. INR is doing even worse than that. European countries are doing much better. Japan is going through a massive problem, massive problem, and that is why a lot of uncertainties are coming in. It is very clear that unless the budget is insane, there is not going to be a mega rally, or there is not going to be a FII fueled run in India, right? It all looks bad right now, and usually when the bad peaks out is when the good comes in. Right now, apart from commodities, nothing is looking good. I think gold will continue to go, hopefully, fingers crossed. Gold continues to break 5,000. It is almost at 5,000. In fact, it is at 4,988. So it is very soon going to hit 5,000 also, and I think gold will continue to go also very well. But see, my point is, don't expect India to suddenly rally tomorrow after the budget. I don't think that is going to happen. Whatever they do in the budget will take time to implement, and that implementation will actually also take 3 to 6 months, and then we have to see that, right? So if you feel that suddenly we will have a mega rally, hopefully, I don't see that happening, but if that happens, I'll be very happy. But I would rather start investing abroad, like start investing in US stocks. Don't obviously put all your money there, because there the market is at a high, here it is at a low. So always today India looks more attractive for a value picker. For a momentum picker, it would be a US market. So US market have like 10-15%. I myself have around 10% market of my portfolio there. Um, and it's positive because I'm investing only in Nasdaq 100 companies, playing a little bit of swing, and it's positive and it's very nice. Stage 2 companies and all of that. But if you start playing deep value would only be played in India. I am constantly investing in India. Yes, it is not in profit, obviously, because the market is so bad that it goes to profit, comes to loss, goes to profit, comes to loss. But this is the best time to start averaging everything that you have, whether you have mutual funds, whether you have investments. I would say start averaging everything, and this is the best time for you guys to start investing honestly, right? But yeah, that is it. Let me quickly take 1 or 2 questions from the audience. I'm seeing a lot of questions pop up. Let me quickly take 2 questions before we have to stop the stream. Any USA stock you picked in this fall? Please share your USA portfolio. See, I don't want to share any portfolio. I did that last time. It didn't go out well. I don't want to share portfolios, but I will tell you that USA, there are very good companies that you can look at in the Max 7 only. Don't look at the typical Nvidia type companies. Look at dominance companies that are currently undervalued. There is a marketplace company that has a cloud service which is very undervalued. There is a social media platform that is very undervalued. Look at such companies. Also, please understand, there's a very high chance right now that asset price inflation will kick in again. We will see assets going up, becoming expensive. Like we saw our houses all across Bangalore to went up. I'm sure Bombay, everywhere house price have gone up. One more round of this will happen, because whenever people print more money, that money goes into buying assets become expensive. So if you are not owning assets today, be careful. I would strongly suggest, money is useless right now. Just go, I mean, not useless, but the value of money, as you can see, is going very fast, from 80 to 85, 86, 91, 92. So the rupee is becoming useless. Not just rupee, dollar also is becoming little less valuable. So start investing in assets as much as you can, obviously, or invest in stocks that invest in assets. Both are okay. Even if you invest in stocks that invest in assets, that's also fine, right? Budget sector, I told you, right? They'll talk about AI, they'll talk about semiconductor, they will talk about EMS, local manufacturing. They will talk a little bit about defense. They have to talk about defense, and the defense procurement will come in. LTCG, STCG, STT, I think short term it will give you a good kick. Unless it's significantly less, nothing will happen. And see, even if they reduce STT, STCG, all of that, our companies are giving 5-6% growth rates. Why will anyone come here for a 5-6% story? People want more, right? People want more growth. India, if you're taking the risk of investing in emerging markets, you want higher growth rates, and that is not happening. So just be invested for a long period of time is what I would say. Can you tell the difference between Fluid C, Bharat 2050, and generational wealth? Okay, good question actually. So I think you are referring to the small cases, right? So let me give you a quick roundout of all the small cases that are there. So we have 4 small cases, as you can see. One is the Fluid Q, which was launched in Fluid Q, and C was launched in October. Both are very interesting baskets. This is a quant momentum basket, still holding ground even in such a bad market. Fluid C is a long-term compounding basket. These are just very good compounding stocks that you should keep for a long period of time. Bharat 2050, just we launched at the top. I think 1-2 weeks or 3 weeks ago, we launched it at the top. But that's okay. This is basically a 2050 growth theme. Very low churn basket, very cheap basket. I think 500 affordable basket. And Generations Fundamental, if you guys remember, on New Year's we launched this. This is a free basket for everybody. This is basically stocks that are built to compound wealth over decades. This does not churn. This does not change. See, this is more aggressive. Fluid C is more aggressive because every quarter we look at the great companies and we invest back into these great companies, right? Whereas if you look at Generation Fundamental, that is slightly different. Generational Fundamental, we do not keep churning them. We will just keep it invested and we don't touch them, right? Uh, Screen is black or what? No, I think you guys can see it. I can see it on my YouTube as well. It is visible. So yeah, overall, I mean, if you ask me, for long-term compounding, Fluid C is there. For quant momentum, there is quant. And I think here there's a offer going on. I think some Republic Day offer has started. If I'm not wrong, I think it is Republic 25 or something. 25% off is going on for this basket as well. But this, I mean, this is very actively managed, and it is very tough to manage a basket like this because you see the index is down 3%, right? And we are trying to manage it very, very, very well. And that is what it is. So yeah, for in someone who asked that question, it depends, man. See, I put generations for people who can't afford Fluid C and cannot be aggressive, right? If you just want to invest for long term, I think that is for you. Bharat 2050 is a thematic basket. It is a long term theme basket, right? Okay, let me take one last question. What about recycling sector? Recycling sector is a good sector. Somehow I feel recycling sector doesn't get its credit. It's a very good sector, honestly. It should do really well, but it doesn't, because if you look at the prices of copper, the way copper is going up, India is an importer of it, and recycling helps us with copper a lot, right? So I think that is something we are still pending to do. By the way, I don't know how many of you remember this, but how many of you are here from Bombay? How many of you all are here from Bombay? So we are doing our meetup in Bombay on this, I think next week. No, next week on 8th February. We are doing a meetup in Bombay. Very excited. I think already around 90 people have signed up. So I'm going to meet all of them and we're going to have a nice session. 4 sessions are going to happen on that day. So I'm excited, 5 o'clock to 10 o'clock in the evening on a weekend. So for all the people who are from Bombay, I'm excited to see all of you guys. And yes, man, we are looking at the market budget. I'll be live next weekend. I will be live for the budget. And yes, anything else you need, you have doubts, you can let me know in the comment section below and I can help you with all of that. And for all the other links also, you can ask me below as well, right? Thank you guys. I know it's been 33 minutes. I'm gonna quickly, yes, we will do Delhi also, we will do Hyderabad also. Chennai, I'm going in Feb. So if you guys are from Chennai, we can arrange something. Feb 20th and 21st, there is a Tamil Nadu Investors Association or Summit or something like that. So I'm going for that also. I'm just learning. I'm getting a lot of knowledge from everywhere and I'm enjoying it. I'm loving it. But right now, I know the market looks bad. I know your portfolio looks bad. Make it look good by investing more. That's all I would say, right? It'll look good, very good afterwards when it starts going up. Okay. Any offer for Fluid C? Yeah, you can use a code called PROMEMBER, PROMEMBER. I think that should give you a very good discount as well for Fluid C. Okay. Awesome, guys. Take care. See you. Bye bye.